of you people saw anything, I want you to hang around in this area over here, okay? If you didn't see anything, keep moving, please. On your way, you've got no business here. If you didn't see anything, just go home. Just keep moving, you've got no business here.
Human roadblock.
You know who it is? Yeah, Bing Nguyen.
You know him?
Yes.
He's got a record you could wallpaper a house with.
So who hit him?
A $64,000 question, eh?
No one knows anything, of course. Asked everybody, did you?
Not everyone will get round to it, no.
No one saw anything, eh? Typical?
Now, the magistrates in town are going to be out of business now that Bing's gone down.
Hey, Fong! Wait! Come on!
Just calm down! Calm down!
That's Fong, Bing's brother, detective.
Yeah, there you go. Charlie?
Hey, come on, Dick. It's all right. Come on.
Charlie?
All right, okay?
I want to see him.
Come on,
All
he's
right.
all right. He's all right,
I know.
Dick. All right?
I'll sue you, but don't touch anything, all right?
It's good to see you taking this public relations thing seriously, mate. Yeah, I love it. Now, you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, you got to remember, most of the time, people don't want to believe it. Got to be clear and direct, straight to the point.
Okay.
Let's go.
Mr. Nguyen?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Constable Holbeck. This is Detective McCoy. Your son was involved in a terrible accident.
If Bing has a problem.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, we're not sure exactly what happened. He was on his bike, and
If Bing has caused damage, we will pay.
He's dead, Dad. Someone in the car ran him over and he's dead.
Is that true?
Yes, it is. I'm afraid it is. It's true, Mr. Nguyen.
I'm sorry, I know you must be feeling terrible.
Have you lost your son? Your brother?
No?
Then how do you know?
Mr. Nguyen, we're going to do everything possible to find out what happened to your son.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Very sorry. Right, the bike was travelling south along Wilson Street here, pursued by the car. It looks like they had a little game of chicken along this area. The bike then chucked a left, right across the path of the car. He lost it. He came off about here. Now, judging by the parallel skid marks, it looks like the driver did not have time to react, or he ran over Bing on purpose. Deaky, you got something you want to share with us here?
No.
No?
No.
All right, good. Charlie, what's crime scene come up with?
They found some flakes of paint off the car at the scene. It's a particular Holden red, which was produced only between 79 and 84. And within a 10-kilometre radius of the actual site, I think there's about 100 cars which are registered with that Holden red.
100? Yeah. Okay, get out there, talk to anybody who saw, heard, or even dreamt of the accident. If we don't come up with something, you'll be all out there doing a door knock to try and find these 100 red cars. So let's get to it. Bing was a student at Campbell Street High. His brother reckons we ought to check out some of the Anglo kids.
Okay. Be worthwhile to get some liaison happening with the Vietnamese community. Charlie, you can do that. Talk to the parents first and see if they want to nominate someone.
I wouldn't mind taking Kate on this one. He's got a fair bit on his plate at this stage. Kate?
So is Fung okay?
Well, he's as well as he can be, darling.
I just can't get my head around it. You know, I was hassling Bing today about his hair. He just had a haircut and now he's dead.
Well, I don't know if it makes a difference, but it would have been quick. Hey, Vince said he rang earlier tonight. You know, just to let you know that I'd be late and stuff. He said it was after 10.
I know I promised that I'd be back by then, but the books we wanted to study from, they weren't at the library, so we had to find some other ones. And then Sasha lost her keys.
Darling, you washed your uniform.
Yeah, got some stuff on it and didn't want it to stain.
Found that on the washing machine.
Oh, that's
You want it?
Sasha's, some guy she met at the library.
Charlie!
Yo.
Call it a wild guess, but I'm thinking maybe this is you. A police officer at the scene was overheard to say, half the magistrates in this city will be out of a job now this boy is dead. Do you have any comments about that?
Oh, yeah, I said that. God knows how a journalist found out about it.
Yeah, well, how did a journalist find out about it?
Well, God knows. I just said. I mean, somebody must have overheard.
Yeah, well, who?
Possibly a relative.
Oh, jackpot.
Charlie, I know you've got a brain. Why don't you ever use it?
I'm not covering your tracks for you this time. This time, you are going to explain to the superintendent yourself the situation, and as soon as possible, please, because she's waiting for your call.
Found the red car. Let's go.
These morons were already here when I got here, so I just let them continue on, right?
Yeah, with a big audience like this, why not? Not going to interfere with anyone else.
There's some damage on the front apron. And there's some marks on there that look like blood just underneath. If you want to have a close look, I think.
Charlie.
Yes.
Mate,
You here because of Ben?
you know, do you? Or did you? You know him well?
Better than you, apparently.
What's that supposed to mean?
Read the newspaper this morning. You know, he was a dickhead, but he was good underneath.
Oh, it's funny, you know, every time he dealt with me, he seemed to have left his good bits at home.
So why are you guys looking at that car?
We're just following up the leads from last night.
But that's my maths teacher's car.
Is it?
Yeah.
Frankly, I think the school's reputation is a little unwarranted. The media do like to grab hold of these kinds of issues and blow things out of all proportion.
Yeah, no, it must be a terrible thing, mustn't it? I mean, the school gets out of hand, there's only one person I'll be looking at. Is that right? Mustn't look too good with the head honchos of the education department.
Ah, Mr. Collins, these are Detectives McCoy and Custis.
So you're Aidan Collins, are you?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you use your car last night?
No. Actually, I did briefly, yeah.
You did? You always did? Which one?
Yes, I did. I went out and got some milk at about 10 o'clock.
Right.
And my car was stolen after that. I got up this morning, okay, the car was gone from the front of my flats. I was going to walk a few blocks down the road to the local police station and report it. On my way down there, I found the car. It was at McPherson Street. It was halfway out the gutter, the doors were open. I checked it out for some damage, but it was fine, you know? Didn't seem to be anything wrong with it. But I didn't check under the front of the car, though.
So when you got to school, you didn't report it?
What, are you serious? Come on. I mean, my car's been taken 3 times the last 2 years. No one gives a shit when it's gone. Who's going to care less when I find it again?
Bing's a student of yours, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, you two get along okay, or good student?
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
Funny you should say that.
Why's that?
Because the school secretary informs me that you've sent him to the principal's office 12 times in the last semester. Apparently 6 months ago you assaulted him outside of school. Is that right?
Look, this kid came at me with a knife, okay?
He came at you with a knife?
Yeah, so I pushed him against the
Why
wall.
would he do that?
Well, why not? I don't know.
Why not?
Why not? I don't
Why
know.
not? Hey, why
Yeah.
not?
Why not?
Hey?
This wouldn't be based on race or anything, would it? Has it got something to do
Look,
with race?
it's politics. You don't want to be caught making any incident reports to do with anything, with kids of Asian descent, country of origin. So, you let it go. You don't want to wreck your whole career because of it. Well, is this where I draw out my confession, is it?
Show us the route that you took from your house to where you got the milk.
It's my place. And there's the survey.
You went to a survey, did you?
Yes.
Bing was killed right there. Now, do you think that's on the way?
That's near where I found my car.
Charlie,
Yes.
it's urgent.
So which way did you drive? You left your place here?
I left my place here. On Golden Grove.
So you went down there?
Yeah.
And the servo's where? Over here?
Servo's here. And I took a left there.
He got into an argument with a couple of pissed customers. They got into a food fight. So Fung went over to take the food away from him, and then they threw a bowl at him. And now they're there and they won't leave the premises and they won't pay the bloody bill.
Right, so is that Simone? What's she doing with Charlie?
Hey, look at this thing, will you? Hey, it's a potato. A potato, mate. That's fun. That's a cold slice, bleeds there.
Oh, no, oh, yeah, get it all in. Oh, no, don't spit it out. You might need your brain later on.
Someone order a hook.
Oh, Jake. You'd actually wish they would, because that's the only way you're going to get laid, mate.
Is that okay, Jake? Is that okay?
Dessert's great, Dan.
Yeah.
Don't like your other customers, but.
Mr. Nguyen, would you like these gentlemen to actually leave, pack up and leave?
No, me. These people are friends. They come here all the time. Don't you, Jack? Huh?
Normally we don't get hassled like this. Hey, Dan.
Surprise.
Watch out, mate. It's a native title claim. And you're going to lose this joint.
Hey. What's your name? Jack, is it? Jack. What, jack me off? Is that right?
Hey. Haven't you got a corroboree?
You got to get Please! No. Come on, Jack! Everything okay? He mean no harm.
Come on, Jack!
Just too many beers. Yeah.
Forget about it.
Too many beers. Okay, Jack? Okay?
We're leaving.
It's not worth it.
Now.
Right.
Hey, we won't be back.
Pay the bill.
Hey, you know what you
Pay
can
the
do.
bloody bill. I said pay the bill.
Hey, Vince.
Pay the bill!
Vince, we'll take it through the cops, all right? Just don't worry about it, all right? Through the cops.
You don't know what you have done. Do you? They are from a big corporation. They are worth 5,000 a year to me.
And how much shit do you have to do for the 5,000?
No more.
What's this all about anyway? I mean, you could have asked me this on the phone when you called me.
If I ask you something about the case, you're probably not going to tell me, are you?
Well, it depends if you got information.
Well, if I do tell you something, you can't tell anyone.
I'm not making that promise. If you've got information, I have to follow it up.
If the accident happened before 10, then it wasn't Mr. Collins.
How do you know?
Because he was with me.
He was with you.
Yes, he was with me.
Where?
In his apartment. He was helping me with some school stuff. That's all we were doing, Charlie.
I mean, what are you doing with a teacher?
Well,
at night?
he could see I was struggling, so he offered to
In his
help me
apartment?
out. You're a very suspicious man, Charlie, you know that?
Yeah, well, being suspicious usually puts me in the right ballpark.
Well,
I've got a
this
right
time,
to be
Charlie,
suspicious,
it
I
just put
think.
you in the wrong city.
Okay, well, if it's so innocent, why didn't he tell us himself?
Because of exactly what you just did. Everyone's so ready to jump to conclusions that once people start talking, the truth just doesn't matter anymore.
That's lovely.
Right, and okay, I thought that if I talked to you, then maybe you could find a way that he could say I was with him without anyone else needing to know.
Right. Does your mum know any of this?
No, she doesn't. And I don't want her to know, Charlie.
Surprise, surprise. Aiden, tell me something, mate. Do you like kids or what? Hey? Oh, that's a stupid question, I suppose, because that's why you chose to be a teacher. hey? When you're choosing out your career, you thought, yeah, I really want to bring kids up into the world, hey? Well, you know what? I like kids too.
Oh, that's good.
I love kids.
Lovely.
Yeah, Simone Summers is a good friend of mine. Name ring a bell? Year 11 maths student?
Yeah?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, right. Well, she tells me that she was with you last night. And let me tell you, if I find out that there was anything more to it, I'll make sure that you don't go anywhere near that school, let alone work at it. You got that?
She told you she was with me?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I just said.
But she wasn't with me. No way.
What, are you saying that she lied to me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid that Simone doesn't lie to me.
Look, out of the goodness of her heart, I'm telling you that she lied to you.
Out of the goodness of her heart?
Yeah.
How do you figure that one out?
Well, look, maybe she thought she was doing me a favour, I guess.
Why would she want to do you a favour?
What, you never had a crush on a teacher?
No.
No?
No. What's that got to do with it?
A kid, okay? She's more mature than her peers. She thinks she's got some connection with me, okay?
Yeah.
Now, they teach you this at college. They tell you how to handle it. Now, I suspected Simone had that sort of thing going on, but there's no way that I'd go into that territory. I mean, I wouldn't want any misunderstanding. I wouldn't see her after school or any other student for that matter. So I don't know where you're coming from with this sort of accusation.
It's very weak.
Really?
It's very weak.
Look, you can believe what you want, but she wasn't with me.
Fried bloody ice cream, it's not even Vietnamese. You know, he bastardizes the food so they'll eat it.
Maxie, what's this? When did my office become a rubbish tip?
Oh, about 3 days after you started working here.
Look, Fung, leave it, Max, please. Fung, we are not going to get anywhere unless your father comes on side, OK? And then we can file a suit for damages. Otherwise, we're stuck.
Look, he's not going to come on side.
Look, it was probably as much as he could deal with just to get up out of bed this morning. I can't blame the guy for not wanting to get into a hassle with them.
He's like that all the time. You know, that's why Bing went on his bike last night. He couldn't stomach it anymore. We live here now. Forget Vietnam. If you grovel and beg and scrape, you can get ahead in this great country.
I mean, you don't think you're overestimating the whole thing, do you, Fung? Sometimes it's not always smarter to fight.
You know what he said to me this morning? Huh? That it wasn't an accident. That Bing brought this on himself. He thinks it was deliberate. That Bing ripped someone off or pissed them off and that's why he was run over.
Look, Fung, just give him a couple of days. I'll tell him where you are. I'll make sure of that. Just, he'll come around.
I don't care what he does.
Fung! 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 Fung!
What? Friends.
We were at the cop shop. They let the bastard go. He hasn't even been charged.
I've done nothing. They let the guy off. They let him walk.
I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. You stay here.
I know.
Look, if I charge him today, I'm going to have to hand whatever evidence I've got over to the DPP, which means everything will stop. No more questioning, no more evidence.
Why does it stop?
And I do not have enough
Why does
to
the
build a
investigation
strong
stop?
because I've got other crimes coming in here that I'm under pressure to deal with.
Ben was a
That's
white
what I want
kid
to
and his
do.
teacher was Vietnamese. He's been on his way to court today.
Fung,
Forget about it.
I understand you're angry.
Let's go.
I understand you're angry, but I don't want you doing anything silly. Please, it's the way the law works.
Hey, Charlie. I saw you earlier on with Simone. Yeah, well, what was it about?
Nothing. She just wanted to have a chat.
Yeah? Well, what about?
That's nothing important.
That's not an answer. Come on, that's not an
Sorry,
answer.
that's all you're going to get.
Well, Look, I don't know.
She came to ask me a couple of questions.
Yeah? What sort of questions?
It was some advice in confidence.
Oh, come on. Look,
I can't break
For God's Charlie, she's my daughter. I mean, I don't understand what she can talk to you about and not talk to me about. I mean, is she in trouble? Is that what's
I've
going
already
on?
told
She's
you
in
she's
trouble?
not in trouble, okay? If she can't talk to you, I don't know. What do you want me to do about it? She's fine.
Look, I know you thought you were doing me a favour, but I don't think you understand how dangerous it was to talk to that cop.
I'm sorry for thinking that going to jail for the rest of your life might be a little more important than losing your job.
Yeah, it probably is, but at the moment I don't know that. See, at the moment I know that I'm going to get a memo on my desk in the morning asking me why I entertain students in my own house.
Oh, you do that kind of thing regularly, do you? Charlie won't say anything he promised.
What, Charlie's one of those honest cops, is he?
I was only trying to help.
I don't want your help. I don't want you mixed up in this thing.
I didn't think there was anything to get mixed up in. I thought it was just a case of providing you with an alibi and you'd be off the hook. But you're not, are you?
So what, you think I did it?
I know you hated Bing.
Look, he hated me.
So maybe you didn't mean to do it. Maybe he made you angry and it just happened.
Look, I dropped you off, I got some milk, then I went to bed. Then I had this dream about you and you weren't standing over me, asking me whether I'd killed this kid.
I'm sorry. Now, are we going to stand out here all day or are we going to finish arguing inside? was I doing? In the dream, what was I doing?
Well, you were 50 years old, fat, stuffing your mouth with chocolate. You wanted me to tell you how beautiful you looked.
Oh, but I'm allergic to chocolate. What was I really, really doing?
Well, there was a resemblance to what you're doing. What you were doing last night. Can't do it, so mate. Can't do it. I just wish your curfew had been 11 instead of 10.
Why?
Well, then I could have given you a lift after the accident happened. You could have told the cops that and everything would be okay, you know? Now as it is, I'm going to have this thing on my file and...
Do you want me to?
What?
Tell them that I was with you till 11. Because I would, okay?
Yeah?
Yes, I would.
Safe from perjury by the buzzer. Okay. Hello? Hello? It's not working, so I have to go downstairs. Do you, Simone, do you want to, put on some clothes?
No, not really.
Really? Okay. Right.
Hey, I'm off. So, you want to turn all the lights and everything off?
Yeah, sure, Max. Not a problem.
You still working on the phone case?
Yeah.
Yeah?
This is a weird one. You know, it's like I can't play with the rules. I've got to play against them.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm just a little bit lost in it. I mean, you know, Fung can charge that guy with throwing the bowl at him, you know, like a racially motivated assault. But, you know, the guy will just say it was an accident. His mates will back him up, and then we're stuffed. We're back to square one, Max, unless I find some other witness.
Which you don't have.
No.
Aiden, can you hear me? Aiden! Help! Someone help! Aiden!
Vince, I had a complaint today. A woman called Janice Watson rang me. She said she'd phoned you 6 times in 2 days and she hadn't gotten a call back. I just don't want you to lose sight of the fact that we've got other clients.
White clients? Well, you think I'm neglecting her because she's white?
No, well, not deliberately, no. And I don't even think it's about neglect. I actually think it's about focus. You know, you're giving a lot of focus to these ethnic cases, which is great. But it's just a change, you know.
The whole country's changed, Maxine.
I know, but if things are going to stay like this, then maybe we need to deal with them. You know, I can go to the board and we can get another lawyer in, someone that can deal with the general stuff. I'm not having a go at you, Vince. Honestly, I'm not. Look, Hello? Simone? Yeah, okay, look, just tell me exactly where you are.
Just let me know what happened. Listen, just give me a really brief statement of what happened, okay? The briefest, okay? Just outline. Right? What? I've got to get a statement on it.
Look, it's not the sex. It's not. It's the lies. It's the fact that you came home and you tell me bare-faced lies.
Do I have an alternative?
I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe saying, hey, Mum, I'm just going to go and screw my teacher's brains out isn't an option. He's your teacher, Simone.
So?
I understand he's your teacher.
So?
He took advantage of you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it didn't seem like that when he was telling me to stop taking my clothes off and to go home.
She told me not to say anything to you.
Yeah, I worked that bit out for myself, yeah.
Yeah, well, I wasn't really sure what to do, was I? I mean, it doesn't really make a difference, but, you know, I was going to wait and talk to her again and make her realise that it was important that she tell you herself. Okay?
Come on, fool. Come on. The victim's already given us a statement identifying you as the culprit. Now just talk to us. Tell me exactly what happened. It's simple. Just tell me what happened. Just run through the details.
Bill, can I have a couple of moments with Fung, please?
Yep.
Thank you. Okay. Fung, you want to tell me what happened?
I went there to talk to him. He freaked out. He said I was going to go to jail if I hurt him. He said he was going to call the cops. That's when I tried to stop him. And he came at me, so I pushed him away. And he tripped over, he fell down the stairs, and he didn't move. I just ran.
Okay, well, that's what you should tell the cops.
Look, it won't make a difference.
Well, no, it won't if we don't bother. His dad was out here working for 10 years, getting enough money to bring the rest of the family out. And when he does, he's got to deal with the fact that they don't even know who he is.
I know.
The kids, they were 2 and 3
I
when
know.
they
Look,
came
I'm
out.
totally aware of that. I mean,
He missed their growing up.
I have
mean,
had something to do with Asians, remember?
well, you should understand that.
I do
shouldn't you?
understand it, but this is not about immigration. This is about an assault. He assaulted
Jesus,
somebody.
that is the most fatuous thing I've heard you say.
Well, it's a
honestly.
fact. Somebody has laid a complaint, so I have to follow it up.
Okay,
I mean, it's
well,
as simple as that.
Well, what's wrong with using the law as a preventative tool,
That's
then?
what I'm trying to
No,
do.
you're not.
That's what I'm trying to do here. What if he does it again and he's
not-
more
not
successful? What if
going
that
to do-
happens?
he's not
You
gonna-
can
he's not
assure
gonna
me of
do
that,
it
can you?
again. I mean, Fong has just gone through the death of his brother.
That's
He's
right.
emotionally unstable.
Precisely my point.
Excuse me, folks. There's Aidan Collins. This is Maxine Summers. Maxine is Simone's mother. Aidan is Simone's teacher.
Pleased to meet you.
I was just explaining to Detective McCoy here that there was a misunderstanding when Fung came to see you last night, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a little...
Got a little out of
bit
hand. But it's nothing that we can't deal with, is it? It's nothing that we can't fix. Is it?
That's right.
Listen, I might just add that Fung's father has arrived and he wants to know whether his son is going to be charged or not.
All right, okay, well, that's up to him.
He doesn't,
Can you
want, to, he
assure
doesn't
me?
want to press charges. I'll give you any assurance you need, Mr.
Do you want to
Collins.
press charges on him?
You're happy not to pursue things, aren't you, Mr. Collins?
No, I don't. No.
Right.
That's fine.
Thank you. Now, there's a phrase I want you to memorise, and that's no statute of limitations, which means I take this file, put it in my top drawer tonight, and if you give me any reason whatsoever to change my mind, I'll take that file back out and charge you. You understand that, Fung? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I just said, Mr. Wynne?
Yes, I understand. But If you are asking me to be responsible for my son, I cannot give you that. I have no control over what he does.
I'll be responsible for it.
Okay. Mr. Wynne, would you come with me, please? We'll do the paperwork.
Look, your dad is clearly in shock. He's not behaving rationally in this thing. He's still dealing with Bing. Oh, look, I've got to go and track down Simone, okay?
Mr. Summers. I know there's probably nothing I could say that'd make any difference.
No, probably not.
Look, I know it sounds corny, okay, but I love your daughter.
She's 16.
I know that.
She's not up to what you're offering her. She's into 3-week romances. She's into crushes. She's into working out who's going to take her to the school dance. You're not going to take her to the school dance, are you? Simone. Well, I think it's been a long day, and I think maybe we should just go home, all right?
Mum.
All right?
Simone.
All right?
Your mum's right, okay?
Last thing I knew, you were Greg. You guys were hanging out together, you know, and you'll get along really well. You're doing normal things.
Greg is a child, Mum. He's a school kid.
In case you haven't noticed, Simone, so are you. What do you want, pasta or rice?
Neither. I'm not hungry.
You gotta have something. What do you want?
Mum, I am not hungry, okay? I don't want anything to eat. Can't I even decide that on my own, let alone deciding anything that actually matters?
I don't want you to. I don't want you to. If I had my way, darling, I would make every bloody stupid tiny decision for you for the rest of your life. You know why? Because, darling,
It can't be like that.
I hurt you.
It can't be like that, Mum.
Yeah, I know.
An old model red Holden pulled up near the service station, which is a couple of blocks from the accident site. A guy got out of the car and sat on the bonnet for about 15 minutes. He said he worked the late shift that night and has been in bed since. That's why he didn't call earlier. He thinks there was someone else in the passenger seat of the car.
Male or female?
It doesn't say.
What time is this?
He thinks it was somewhere between 10 and 12, but he's not sure.
Simone said that she left Aiden's house about 10.
Well, the guy came into the servo, made a phone call on the payphone, and then left.
Description?
Tall, dark brown hair, about 17.
Okay, why didn't you say that before?
Well, you didn't ask me.
Well, anyone with half a brain knows.
Look,
that you
I'm reading
start
this
with the
statement for the
description.
first time. I've not seen it before. I just picked it up from the desk
Can we
side.
stop the...
Look,
Hang
stop
on,
butting in.
Can we stop the old married couple routine
Okay, fine.
here?
I'm going to go get a formal statement.
Okay, good.
Is that all right?
Yeah, sure. Of course it's all right. Listen, mate, how about cutting a bit of slack here? She's got
there
IA
you go.
coming in to see you next week. She doesn't need you blokes hassling around.
Well, I haven't said anything about the shooting. If that's
No,
what
but she
you're worried
thinks
about.
you'll hold it against her. And
Okay.
she has got half a brain.
Okay, do you have the print report?
Yes, we have. Right in here.
Anything on that or what?
Yes and no. Do you know Simone's ex-boyfriend? What's his name, Greg?
No.
No?
No.
Tall, brown hair, 17. You're about to meet him.
Simone, I'm just thinking, you know, maybe I should just put in for a transfer, you know?
But you can
Well,
end
this
up
heat does.
anywhere. You can end up hundreds of miles away.
Simone, this is my career, okay? I've just spent the last 6 years of my life trying to get here. I can't just throw that away on something that might last. You might decide that this was just a mistake.
I won't. That is not going to happen, okay? I love you. Aiden, this isn't just a crush. I love you.
Listen, I know you think that, but I don't think you're old enough to know the difference, Simone.
Really?
So your fingerprints are all over the car, Greg? All over there, all there in black and white.
Look, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this, Detective, but I did not steal the car.
But we know you did. And the thing we're going to try and do is work out what is going on here.
Not your first
So we need
joyride,
you
eh?
to try and help us understand what is happening. Because I've got to go to the DPP and then try and convince him that it's manslaughter,
Look,
not
I did not
murder.
steal the car.
We know you stole
How
the
do
car.
you explain your prints being all over the car?
I want to see whatever it says that his prints are all over the car. As far as I'm concerned, you guys could be making it up.
Maybe you knocked off Mr. Collins' car, a bit of a joke. The joke got out of hand, you ran over Bing, you panicked and you did a runner. Is that what happened? I mean, I can understand everybody hates their teachers every now and again, but
I was at home the whole time.
He's already told you
I've got
that.
a feeling that there's something else going on here.
Yeah, you just broke up with Simone Summers, didn't you?
What's that got to do with anything?
Whose idea was it?
It was both of ours.
You sure?
So Simone's seeing somebody else?
Look, I don't know, and honestly, I don't give a shit.
I'm sorry,
No,
what's
you
this
don't
got
know.
to do with anything? This boy is supposed to be at school.
That's
you
right.
are grilling him about his love life.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. You seem to know about his love life.
Can you just tell me where it says the prints are inside the car?
Well, somebody went to the trouble of actually wiping all the prints off the inside of the car.
Ah, right. So in other words, what we're saying is that he probably saw the car on the way to school and maybe he even touched the car.
We know that your son stole the car and then wiped all the prints off the inside of it after the accident. We know that for a fact.
And what happens if I say he was at home with me?
Well, I'd have to say that you should think about what you're going to say, because perjury is a very, very serious matter.
Would you like me to write it down? What are you going to do about them?
Nothing much we can do, I'm afraid.
You know they're going to come after Greg, don't you?
Well, I can go up and have a talk to them, you know, warn them off. At the end of the day, it's up to Greg. He's got something to hide. Might as well come and deal with us. Is that right, Greg?
Funny, isn't it? You've got all the time and energy to hassle my son, but whenever Bing was threatening Greg in his face, what did you do? Nothing. Wonder who's racist now,
Yeah, I know it's a school. I know it's a school, but I just don't want to wade through all the departmental bullshit. Well, look, all I'm asking for is, yeah, just a bit more resources. All right. Thanks. Well, before Christmas would be great. Kate? See you here from that, please. I want you to go and see somebody before you talk to IA, you know, just to get it all off your chest.
I don't need to get anything off my chest.
All right, I can organise it for you, or you can organise it for yourself. It's non-negotiable, all right?
Non-negotiable?
Yes, it's non-negotiable because I don't want to lose you.
Okay.
It's just talk.
Right, let's go. Campbell Street, there's a problem with Fung.
Detectives arrive. We'll start sorting something out, okay?
It's Fung. He's got Greg. He's taken him hostage.
Where are they?
Yeah, they're up in the metalwork room. We've got the door locked.
Okay, have you got a floor plan of the area?
Yeah, in my office.
Where is it? What, the first, second floor?
First floor.
Just up first floor, just up there, is it? Okay, can you grab me that floor plan?
I think I can manage it, Detective.
Can you get it for me? Thanks. Okay. I thought you were keeping an eye on it out the crisis.
What never changed.
Maybe you should have. Maybe you should have nailed
Okay,
it. Yes.
we can sit here and argue about this, or we can
How are you
actually do
going
something
to
about it.
negotiate this? 10 minutes, mate. Say 10 minutes. Yes, all right. No, you stay here.
Where's mine?
You're not coming. Stay there. Fung? This is Detective McCoy. Can you hear me? Fung, listen, I don't want to come in. I just want to talk to you, okay?
Get out of here! I don't want anyone in here!
It's all right. Nobody's going to come in. I just need to know if anyone's been hurt.
Not yet!
Can Greg tell me if he's all right?
Yeah, I'm all right!
Fung, listen, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to tell you what's going to happen so there are no surprises, all right? Now, we've got about 10, 15 minutes, and then there's going to be a whole bunch of other police arrive here. Now, they're special marksmen with high-powered rifles. They don't know what's happened. Okay, so we need to sort this out so nobody else gets involved.
There's nothing to sort out. It's too late, because this piece of shit wanted me to kill my brother. Just keep saying it was an accident.
Listen, Fong, it doesn't matter what that piece of shit says. We're going to take him down to the station and charge him anyway.
Yeah. And a nice white boy stands up in front of the judge and tells him some kid from a Vietnamese gang was hassling him, demanding money, chasing him on a bike. Who are they gonna believe?
Okay? So you've got to help me work out what we can do here.
Get out! That's what you think too, isn't it? Being was a waste of space. Got what he deserved.
It's okay. Fong, the detective is stepping back. He'll move away. Listen to me, he's gone, Fong. He's gone, all right? Detective's gone, so we can talk to you now. Just
1, 2, third window down. Okay, on the opposite side there's another window that looks straight through. Okay, you've got to go behind the building. There's an alley back there. Get out of
You
here.
have to make Greg confess and then Fong will let him go, okay?
No, I can't do that, okay? It's not that easy.
No, but if you tell him that you know why that he's doing this, then he might let him go.
What are you talking
I
about?
saw Greg the afternoon of the accident. He wanted us to get back together. He wouldn't leave me alone, okay? And I told him I was sleeping with Ada and Mr. Collins, and he just got really angry. And then I'm so sorry, okay? I'm so sorry I said it, but I just wanted him to leave me alone. He wouldn't leave me alone. And
Right, you've got to let me talk to him.
No, I can't let you go up there.
Fong? It's Maxine. Are you okay in there?
Yeah.
Your dad's here? Fong, do you hear me? I said your dad's here.
I heard you. Fong, what do you want? Wong Ye?
Hey! Where do you think you're going? You can help me out here or not?
You help
Do
me.
you care about
you
your
have
son?
me try, but you know so much about my family.
Well, I'll tell you something. I know that your son thinks you have absolutely no pride. And if you walk away from here now, there's something wrong.
I have no pride. I cannot afford pride. If I'm ever going to have any chance of bringing my family here, I have to put a smile on my face no matter what happens.
Do you think your son knows that? Hey? If you don't tell him that now, he is never going to know. Greg, I've got Bing's dad here. Do you want to tell him what happened that night? You know, like why you took the car and stuff?
Talk! Come on, talk!
Simone's told us about Mr. Collins and everything. We know all of that. I guess that must have made you pretty angry, hey?
She made me feel like a piece of shit. She told me how good Collins was in bed, how all they did was screw themselves stupid.
Is that why you took Mr. Collins' car?
I followed her to his place. She went inside and then they started kissing. Then afterwards he dropped her home. Tom! We were just gonna take her for a spin. I don't know, burn it, maybe dump it. We found my brother. It was an accident. We didn't mean for anything to happen. We were just mucking around, you know, Bing. He was in front of us, and he lost it. He fell over. And we were over the top of him before we could do anything. It was an accident. Did you hear that? It wasn't Bing's fault. He didn't do anything wrong. It was an accident.
I'm sorry. I was angry with him. He broke my heart 100 times. I love him, but I was angry with him for leaving me. Don't you leave me too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You got that floor plan yet?
No, you don't need a plan.
What the heck is going on?
Take
What
the
is
post up
going
and down
on?
the station.
Don't you mad? This is insane! It's your fault. It's not a bloody whore. You're just a whore.
In the car, please. We'll be yourself.